Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Islam.
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 As I rise, La ilaha illallah. There is no person, deity, or thing worthy of worship save Allah. He is the author, the creator, the governor of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. All praise is due to Allah. The highest of honors to his prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I want to give honors to the Moorish flag, the red flag. The red flag with the green five-pointed star in the center representing the five highest principles known to man, which are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. A flag that has flown on these shores for over 50,000 years. I'm going to give honors to the forerunner of Prophet, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Deuce Ali, and Elijah Muhammad. I want to give honors to all grand bodies of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I want to give honors to Temple number 19, the Office of the Grand Governor, the Sheikh staff, the Vanguard staff, and Ills and Bays. I want to give honors to our guests and Ali's men, especially the Ills and Bays and the Groves. Islam?
Islam.
Islam?
Islam.
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 All right. Before we get started, we do have our shirts on deck.
Yes, sir.
The Maxim Armory shirts right over here. They are $20. And also we have for $20 as well, last few copies of the first run of our Scimitar USA shirts as well. Islam?
Islam.
All right, so see me afterwards, or who's ever's handling the finance
For sure.
in the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Well,
All right. I don't want it to be me.
Islam.
All right. As I start, in chapter 41 it states, nature urgeth thee to inconstancy, O man. Therefore guard thyself at all times against it. With that as the beginning, I want to say that I've been doing pretty well.
All right, man.
That is not my fault.
Yes, sir.
I've learned in our public discourses to be very quiet. Not because I don't know, but because I don't want to get involved. There's a certain energy that goes with getting involved. And usually I let the sideways questions bounce and fall off, and I just keep moving. I'm like, all right.
Yes, sir.
But then there was one that kind of irritated me a little bit, let's be honest. Someone asked if he could fact check Noble Drew Ali, and why he cannot fact check Noble Drew Ali. And at first I was like, all right. Then I was like, all right. you know how it is. And I think you know where this is coming from.
Yes, sir.
A lot of times when we get this type of energy, what one is asking is not necessarily about Noble Drew Ali, but it's about the temple.
Right.
And specifically, what is it going to do for me? There's this thing. When is it going to take care of me? How is it going to take care of me?
Yeah. Right.
These sorts of things.
Right.
My question is, number one, does this person know what the temple is?
That's right.
Because if I ask, I say, what is a temple? There's a lot of answers to that. You say it's a building, you say it's self, you say it's an organization. There's a lot of ways you can go with that.
Yes, sir.
Then we get into, more science. I mean, the brother broke down more science as well quickly, but what is the process of this thing that we have? Because it is a definite process. And the process is the process.
Yes, sir.
There's a process of taking man, from his high point to his low point. What is the process of taking that same man from his low point back to his high point? Easy, that's more science, right? And in that process needs to be protected. A lot of times, we go online, or not even online, but we project to the world our lessons every day, all day, every day. We comb through many books all week to get to the holy day, and we go, ooh, look what I found, and pull these old books open, and we go through all this stuff.
Yes, sir.
And the question that we keep getting is, what else you got for me? That burns me up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's a word, it's called symbiosis. It's defined as an interaction between two or more different organisms, or people or groups in this situation, in close association. And in that, there are 4 distinct forms. The first is mutualism. It's defined as the doctrine of mutual dependence, which is necessary to social well-being. You know, coming equally, we both rise in a certain thing.
Yes.
There's commensalism, an association between 2 organisms in which one benefits and the other derives neither benefit nor harm. There's competition, the act of striving to outdo another for gain, be it acknowledgement, prize, supremacy, profit, women, XYZ. Then there's parasitism, which is a relation between organisms in which a person receives support, advantage, or the like from others, or others without giving any useful or proper thing in return, as one who lives on hospitalities of others, generally to the used party's detriment. And that's where we are right now. We're being used. People are parasiting, they're latching themselves on, they're sucking everything out, but they're putting nothing back. It's a bad situation to be in. And after they get done, they're gonna ask that same question, what else you got for me?
Wow.
And if you don't have it, then you're not real. And what you have is not valid. That's highly disrespectful.
Yes, it is.
All right? I ain't trying to take the ethers down, I'm just, in the zone right now, all right?
Go ahead, brother.
What people generally want from the temple. Because when people generally come, and that's not every time, but generally they come fractured. This is a place for broken people a lot
Yes,
of
sir.
times. They need a guide, someone to guide their lives, a father figure, need family, sometimes a sense of self, a sense of purpose, a belonging, escapism, if drugs are not involved, they usually use this as a drug. At least once a week I can get high, get my ethers up and go back into the world.
Right.
A weapon, we want to use this thing to get Rome off our back. So we're going to use the teachings here in a loose way to go fight that thing. That's where you generally get your sovereigns and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
Or simply a client. There's a lot of people in the room. I want money. They have money. They're in a specific environment. Let me get what I can from them.
That's right.
What do people expect from the temple? So we have needs. Now we have expectations. They expect this to be a very well organized entity. Organization is key from top to bottom. They expect everything perfect, everything shine, everything exquisite when they walk in the door. They want a sturdy and sound foundation. That's why they ask so many questions. They want to make sure that everything what we say is real, because it's not real until there's a demonstration of reality. Because until that time, we're making stuff up, just so you know.
Yes,
everything
sir.
we say, everything you said, everything you
Yes, sir.
said, more everything you said, everything you're going to say is a lie. Until they can actually see it work in the streets. It's just
Right.
true. And they want truth. They want all the truth, the way that they want it. But the question is, what are they giving in return? Let's look at what we have. We have an organization, even though there's a lot of fractured people, there's literally every profession that's needed to run a nation is in the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, because of some of the reputations, a lot of those folks won't speak up.
Yep.
It's tough. It's tough to be a professional out in the professional world and say that you're a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. It's like, ugh. So a lot of times we tend to hold that back and, continue with the world, that sort of things. However, Tom Cruise could, join an organization that cost what's a Christian organization, cost $1 million to get in or something like that. To have $1 million to get in that joint. And is proud about it. You can scream and holler about it all over the world. That's an amazing thing. Why don't we have that same sort of thing? Is it us, the ones that are teaching constantly? Or is it the ones that are using these lessons in a certain way that makes it hard for us to go out as professionals in the world and attract other professionals into this organization?
That's right.
It's a tough situation. It's a tough place to be. Because nobody wants to be here until they've hit rock bottom. Then they come in here and expect you to come and build them back up so they can go back out in the world.
That's right.
All right? I'm not
Yes,
going to
sir.
stay too long. I'm just going to, let's hit on this real quick. So what does it say that members must do? Pay dues and keep in line with all necessities. Keeps it very, very easy. we teach a very specific thing. You know, talked about we're teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed.
Yes, sir.
That is our job. That's what we do here. Our job is not to babysit grown folks, and it's not to sit there and take hits from people who want to take shots all day and say, "Let me fact check the prophet." That is ridiculous. That's out of bounds. That's way out of bounds.
Yes, sir.
You know, you can check me, you can check Branch, you can check all these brothers here. But if you don't come to the prophet humbly, there is a mechanism to make sure that you only go so far. And we're going to keep it at that. Now, when people come into, when you come into most organizations, not even something so self-help as the Moral Science Temple of America, any organization, you pay into it, you know, and membership should have its advantages.
Yes, sir.
You know, in this organization is something we're going to get into tomorrow, or I want to get into tomorrow during our shop talk, is when you put in, what is the mechanisms after that? You know, in a lot of other places you get in, you put in, you automatically get a certain amount of lawyer fees for, you know, protection in that organization. You know, what about health care? You know, we have a thing, you know, emergency fund. Emergency fund sounds like health care to me. So you dig into when there's an emergency.
Yes, sir.
You know, we have enough people here in all the temples to be what I don't want to go too far. But people want something out of this, and they want something that's tangible.
Yes, sir.
Now, the one tangible thing that they really want is money. Let's be for real. They want to either for us to give it to them, or us to provide a way that they can take care of their immediate needs.
Yes, sir.
Because it's hard to be righteous when rent is always due and you have to worry about it constantly. You know, you pay for it on the first, and you got to worry on the second about the next, you know, about the next pay period.
Right.
You know, it's tough. I get it. You know, however, what we have here, I want to say it again, is very important. It's not to be taken lightly. It's not to be taken as a joke, no matter how much fun we have. You know, this is a culmination of the beginning of history, whatever year that is, pick a year. That year, whatever that year is, until now,
Yes,
is what
sir.
we're dealing with.
Yes, sir.
It's vastly important.
That's
We had a break in our history at one point, and we're piecing ourselves back together. We know how it is. It's tough. It's real.
That's right.
You know, but this is the one organization that'll fix all that. However, you must put in.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't put in, we put you out. Islam?
Islam.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Indeed. I'll leave y'all as I came. Peace. Islam.
Peace.
الله أكبر
حي على الصلاة